Hello everyone, welcome back to Druv Online Academy. On this day 2 of 30-day revision series, today we can revise some more topics from the unit Teaching Aptitude. Today we can see Bloom's Taxonomy, Gardner's Multiple Intelligence, Dale's Cone of Experience and Piaget's Theory of Cognitive Development. Bloom's taxonomy is a model which describes the cognitive processes that are involved in learning. So it starts with knowledge level. Here, the learner will recall and recognize whatever they have learnt. And then comprehension level, making sense of the information that they have learnt, understanding it. And then moving on to applying the knowledge in real life situations. And then analyzing. Here is where they will explore how the concepts are related to each other, and then synthesis level, here they will create something new out of whatever is known. Here the innovation and creation happens. And finally moving on to the evaluation level. So here they assess the material and make conclusions or judgments out of it. So this is the original version of Bloom's taxonomy. Later on it was revised. You can see the revised version here. You can see that all the terms are changed for all 6 levels. And the major difference between the original version and the revised version is that in the original version, the highest outcome of learning will be evaluation, and in this version, it is creation. Next is Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence. Howard Gardner suggested that there are different kinds of intelligence requiring different abilities. So there are 9 types of intelligence according to this theory. First is visual spatial intelligence. This is about visual spatial judgment, like how do we perceive the visual information? How do we interpret it? How do we recognize the patterns? So some examples for this could be reading a map. How do we make sense of a graph or a pie chart? And there are fields which are related to this type of intelligence like painting and architecture. I'm just mentioning some of the examples. That's about visual spatial intelligence. Next is linguistic intelligence. So this is about language and communication, being proficient and wise choice of words. Skills like writing or public speaking or debating, reporting, all of these are associated with linguistic intelligence. Third is interpersonal intelligence. So this deals with how we relate with others. How do we initiate conversations? How do we maintain conversations? How do we maintain relationships in general? How do we interact with them and understand other people? Counseling, teaching, public relations, these are some of the fields that are related with interpersonal intelligence. Next is intrapersonal intelligence. So intrapersonal meaning is within oneself. So contemplating and reflecting one's own actions, one's own belief system, values, attitudes and behaviors, all these require intrapersonal intelligence. Philosophy is a major field, that is one of the fields that is related to intrapersonal intelligence. Next is logical mathematical intelligence. So this type needs the ability to solve problems logically, solve problems using numbers. So accounts, mathematics, computer programming, statistics, business analytics, these are the fields that are related to this type of intelligence. Next is musical. It is very clear that the field is music. It can be composing, singing or playing an instrument. It can be anything related to music. But the fundamental concept is that recognition of pitch, recognition of rhythms, tones and other aspects related to music. That is about musical intelligence. Next is naturalistic intelligence. So here, this kind of intelligence is where people have this innate interest towards nature. They have this curiosity towards nature. They are able to identify, recognize the different classification of species. It can be plants, it can be animals. They have this connection with nature. So fields that are related to this are biology, gardening and farming. Just a few examples for it. And bodily kinesthetic intelligence. This kind of intelligence requires the ability to control one's body movements. So the body movement, it has to be skillful, it has to be graceful. Especially this kind of intelligence is important for people who are in dancing, acting, and who are involved in sports. Okay, last type is existential intelligence. This is related to spiritual inclination of an individual who think a lot and try to find meaning about life, birth, death, and the reason behind everything. That is this kind of intelligence, and philosophy is one of the major fields that is related to existential intelligence. Next is Edgar Dale's cone of experience. So this cone of experience suggests that learners retain information better. They learn better and retain what they have learned better when they are given a chance to do something and learn through that experience, rather than just listening to someone or reading some information or observing another person. So this cone, you can see a lot of audio visual media and teaching methods that we use generally: text, pictures, audio recording, movies, and teaching methods like demonstration, field trips. So this basically suggests that out of all these methods and out of all these media, it is the direct participatory experience that helps a learner learn better. Piaget, in his theory of cognitive development, says that children go through different stages of cognitive development. From birth till adolescence, there are 4 different stages. The first stage is sensory motor stage. The term sensory motor is self-explanatory. Sensory and motor, sensations and movement. Children learn through movement and sensations. They navigate the world around. They interact with the world and learn through that. So this stage is from birth till 2 years of age. And next is pre-operational stage. This is from 3 to 6 years of age. And this is the stage where the child develops language. They develop communication. They use words, symbols, and pictures to represent objects, pictures to represent their feelings. And this is the stage where the child is egocentric, meaning they cannot think from another person's perspective. They can think only about their perspective. Third is concrete operational stage from 7 to 11 years. At this stage, their thinking becomes more organized and structured. It also becomes more logical when compared to the previous stages. And the last one is formal operational stage. Okay, so this is the stage where their reasoning develops, the other skills like problem solving and decision making develops, and this is when children are able to engage in higher level cognitive functions. So that is about formal operational stage. Now we can revise some questions from previous year papers for these topics. First question: a teacher gives a lot of positive and negative examples to support his or her presentations in the classroom. This will be related to which level of teaching? Now, level of teaching is a concept that is closely related to Bloom's taxonomy. Here you can look at these options: autonomous development level, memory level, understanding level, and reflective level. Initially, there were only 3 levels of teaching: memory, understanding, and reflective. Later on, they added autonomous development level. Now we'll see how these levels correspond to Bloom's taxonomy. Okay, remember, this is memory level. The first function in learning process is remembering, recalling old information, recalling already known information. This corresponds to memory level of teaching. Understand, comprehending, making sense of what is being taught, that is understanding. This corresponds to understanding level of teaching. Applying, analyzing, evaluating, creating, all that correspond with reflective level of teaching. Okay. Now we'll look at the question. So this does not indicate the question. There is no indication of the student coming up with something on his or her own. So we can rule out autonomous development level. And memory level, the teacher does not recall any known information. Instead, he or she gives lot of examples. So memory level is also ruled out. What happens when we give more and more examples is that the student's understanding of the concept is facilitated. Understanding becomes better. So this C is the right answer for this question. Understanding level. It is not reflective level because the concept is not being evaluated in this given question. The teacher is only giving examples to support the explanation of a particular concept. So it facilitates better understanding and it is at the understanding level of teaching. Second question, cone of experience related to teaching learning was suggested by. Just now we saw that Dale's cone of experience, Edgar Dale cone of experience. So D is the right option. Third question, according to Bloom's traditional taxonomy, the highest level of learning in cognitive domain is. Option A, evaluation. Option B, comprehension. C, analysis. And D, application. So Bloom's taxonomy in the original version, the first slide we saw that evaluation is the highest level. So option A is the right answer. Who developed the theory of multiple intelligence? Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence. We discussed the 9 types of intelligence. So option D, Howard Gardner is the right answer. Fifth question, as per the cognitive development theory, adolescent students are in which stage of development? Just now we saw that there are 4 stages, sensory motor stage, pre-operational stage, concrete operational stage and formal operational stage. The age range for formal operational stage is 12 years and above, which marks the period of adolescence. So option D is the right answer. That's for today. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow we can discuss factors affecting teaching, classroom communication and evaluation systems. Stay tuned to our channel and please do subscribe to Druv Online Academy. Share the video with other NET aspirants. Thank you.